Okay, this is gonna be my major first time build in a while. Here we go. This could be a i9 10 generation CPU with 32 gigabyte ddr4 RAM, 1 terabyte SSD for operation, and a boot, in boot, and a 1 terabyte hard drive for savings, with a 6 gigabyte GPU video graphics. Here we go. Um, got a lot of steps. It's hard to keep up. Here we go. And the video quality is not that good. We are starting from an empty case, brand new empty case. We're putting all new components in this case. Take a while. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Started now. It's like after you take it out of the package, pretty nice. You got your power buttons. Yep. Right here. That's a fan speed. Yeah, you just got different buttons we got to read about. It's heavy duty. Here's your glass. Nice case. You got some filter system here. Kind of pricey. Back. More USB ports in the back. That's the top of the case right there. Okay, see what it looks like. One quick question. Here's the fans right there. Where the heck the board supposed to be sticking out at? I have it on its back. That's this is what it looks like. The filter thing's on the bottom. It's very, very rubbery legs. Nice. Here's the back of it. Hopefully we can give it a try. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start building it step by step. It's a pain in the butt process. Here's the board. This pretty much see this right here, the pins is made into the board. When you put the chip in, you have to stick it in right, or you bend these pins, and guess what? It's hard to fix, hard to correct, and it kind of pretty much destroys your board. So only a professional should be doing this. Here we go. This right here is the critical part, guys. Putting this in. These pins being easy. Okay, hang on, let me look. Here, hold it. Even me as a technician, I'm kind of freaking out because we got a lot of money tied up in this machine already. Want to make sure which way the pins go in. I have to make sure which one's number one. Woo! Careful. Gentle, gentle, gentle. You can bend the pins. What do you think? I want to read instructions to make sure. You had to line up the triangle right here. Okay, yeah, so you got alignment here. See the writing right here? That's the bottom. And this is the top of the chip with the writing. With the dot, here's the chip we put in. You close it. Don't force it down. Make sure you seat it right. Never force it down. Real bend easy on the board. And you close it and latch it right here. That latch is a little bit stiff, but never force it down. But I don't know, this board ain't good. We bought it brand new, but I don't like the looks of that. It looks like it got short there. We ain't even got it together yet. That's why we document stuff. See if it affects it or not. But anyhow, we're gonna move on to the next step. So what we do, we put the stuff in the board, like the CPU, RAM, hard to get stuff, then we put the board in the case. So that's what we're doing right now. You either can do one in the middle, or you can do it like this. This is a 5. This is not necessary. This is overkill. This is the 5-point. All you need is just a little bit dab in the center, like this big, and when you put that chip in, it would pretty much spread out by itself. I mean the heat sink. So that's overkill. This could be more than enough. Actually, it might be too much. Too much. Let's see what happens. Okay, guys, this might be overkill. Here's the heat sink and the fan. That's Godzilla size. Never had to do one this big. That's a Cool Master. You can get it from Best Buy and some other computer places that I can remember of. But if that don't keep it cool, nothing will. We get ready to put together. That's a static, anti-static bag. Make sure you touch ground yourself out of grounding strip on your hand or your wrist. I meant. Do not shock your chips. This right here. Go from there. This is kind of confusing if you never did it before. Okay, we figured out these screws right here on a i9 CPU. That goes on the back to host the heat sink. Flip thing over it right here. So here, hang on to this. That goes behind the board to host the heat sink and your fan. It just slides in there like this, guys, and this goes right over it like. See, that's a screw with a tab. And you put another screw in the tab. You got a couple more of these. If you don't lose them. Over here, put it on here like that. Find one of these thingies. Make sure you put it on there right. Clip. That goes into the board. Those tabs. This last one. Make sure you put them on the right thingy thing. Make sure you grab the right one. This is a different thing. Okay, I already did something wrong. You put this on before you put the paste on the heatsink paste on there, because you're gonna have to have your board sideways or upside down to put that in. I'll show you what I mean just a second. And these screws right here is what holds these right here. What you do on the back, you line this up. You line it up. Back here you got a hose. Here's the bracket right here I was messing with. Up. Heavy push out right here. These things right here. They spread apart. You have them out. You set them. You put the bolts through there. You latch those little things right here by pushing them down. You clip them in. Then up here, you screw these in. Hang on, let me see if we can get a better look. You screw these things right here in. The hose, after you put the spacer thing in, these screws down and holds that plastic piece. And that's how you latch your heat sink. So I managed to do it without messing up this pretty much the heat sinks paste. Screw these in. I don't need it. Snug tight, yep. Good enough. Okay. Make sure you don't over tight anything. Just snug. Then you got the other parts we'll be putting on next. You got this thing right here. You use a screwdriver. Use that to tighten it up. But I did by snug. It comes with the kit. Snug it by hand. You know, you want to over tighten it. Okay, then what else you got? Next step. Okay, once you bolt the brackets on, you want these right here, the ones that like that, and you want it outwards, like a C outwards. This for Intel i9, and you got it's different for AMD Athlon. On Intel on both sides, and you just line this up, you know, on this. But it's pretty much the basics the same. Just follow instructions. Comes with an instruction paper if you need it. Peg standoff bolt through, and you crisscross like you do a car tire. Yeah. So that's where we're at now. And she took the fan off for it to be easy to bolt on. Next step, I guess, is we're putting on the. Don't over tighten. ddr4 RAM. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, I'm already. Now listen very closely when I plug them in. I already got this. Okay, we got this screw down. We got the plug in right here. This is the fan. You have to look. It's very small. It would say fan. Fan 1. It says fan 1. That's where we're at right now. And we're getting ready to. Here's the RAM. You flip these things out right here on each side outwards. You put the chip in. It goes in one way. You push down lightly. Don't force it in, because it goes in one way. But you push down, and it will click. These will click inwards. These black things, or it would be blue or white. They'll click in. It'll make a click sound, and it has a little nudge on the side of it, and it seats. It's pretty much shows that it's latch. It holds the chip in. All you have to look on the side if it's in that low notch, and after it clicks, you know it's seated right. Power supply in, then we're gonna put the board in. I think that's how we're gonna do it. Next step. We're installing the power supplies. It just slides in here. It goes in. That's a power supply. And it just slides in place. It's supposed to. It's a pain in the butt in this case.
Right direction? No, you don't.
Yeah.
No? See the writing?
Yeah, I had it right. There it goes. You have to just work with it. Let's see what we got. It's hitting right there. You got a little track. You have to do it. You have to do it just right. A little bit troubleshooting, we figured out. Keep on watching. Maybe spin around. There's a lot of involved. Look all the stuff we got to buy. Too high. It's a tracking, but it's a problem. That's the thing that lines it up. There we go. It's in. Yeah. It fits tight, but goes in like that. Okay. That's what I thought, but that's what it should look like. 4 screws.
Can't get quite 4 in holes.
One.
Right.
Maybe I turned around. Maybe I got backwards. Here, hang on to this. Because you should be able to put 4 in there. Still shows.
There's more in the hole than there was before.
Yeah, so we might can be able to put the screws in there. I guess you'll have to make it work that way. Okay, guys. Whatever best works for you. That's where we're at now. This is the way it goes in. This has more holes. Yeah, try your best to do it right, because this is a lot of money tied up in this case and equipment. Just this right here is about $100. So. In the case, it's several $100s. We got it bolted in. I'm just gonna hook up cable. This is the board. Over here, this would be CPU. It's hard to read. You make sure when you match your kickoff stands off your case, match with your board, and make sure you have the bushings to insulate that, so you will not have any shorts off the board. Um, so just make sure you read your menu and your instructions how to install your board into that particular case, or you can have a short. That's the biggest deal, is getting those kickoffs just right. Either for that way the weight or your board stuff on it won't crack or break your board, or you won't have a short. To make sure you read it. So that's CPU, and this is where we at right now, guys. We're gonna have to do some cable management later. Oh my. I'm gonna take a small breather and I'm gonna continue doing it. Okay, this is the top. So far we got we did this is recapping. We put the CPU in. You supposed to put the bracket behind the board to hold the cool master or the heat sink and fan on your processor. You know, that little bracket. Then you put your paste. Then you put your cool master heat sink and fan on. Then you screw these things down. Then you put your memory in till they click. It only goes in one way. Don't force it in. Then we put the power supply in the case. Yeah, might have to play with it a little bit and make sure it works. Make sure you get the right power supplies, because each case is different. You got baby XT, you got XT, you got different sizes, cases and boards. You just have to go with the size of your you know, the board and size of your case. You kind of have to work with that. Then you just plug that in. The wiring gets a little bit complicated. You can find out in the future, especially when you hook into your board, your case into your board. Just power switch. You have to have these wires right here, just right, and you have to for it will work. Here we go. System fan is a 3-splitter adapter that goes right here. That's a system fan. That's a pump. System pump fan. A pump. It's by the rim. Looking at the small print on the board, it's hard to. Very small print. This is the hardest part, is hooking up the board to the case, the switches, and system fans. This is the system fans. This is the Payne, but the cable management. The labeling system is kind of crap. When you put the wires in, make sure you kind of do cable management and tie them off, tie the ones you're not using off, and just kind of tie them together and make things look neat the best you can, because it's going to be displaying pretty much what your system looks like, because this one has a glass case door. But we got it figured out. Over here is your hang on. Okay, the painted rear. This is what the layout is. That's the fan, board power, CPU power. Wires all over the place. You sure we put the switches on this one here, right? See, that's the hardest part, is getting the switch wires right. We had a problem of hooking it wrong, backwards, and we had to switch them around, because the way it was labeled, depends how it was labeled. It's hard to read. it'd be best to work as a team if you have another eye or two to help you if you build the system. It's good for a couple, work as a team. We learned a lot. Here's some pictures of the wiring. And sometimes if it helps to take pictures of the old configuration. If you had it changing from one computer to another computer, the board, make sure you take pictures of the wiring system, Hornet system, before you transfer from one case to another, so you have an idea what stuff plugs in. Here we go. We'll be installing software the next step. You have to plug your stuff into the power supply. It goes in one way, pretty much self-explainable. And we get ready to run a test. Here's the pretty much your SATA SSD card. Yep, that's your solid state card. It plugs in with SATA cables in the back. And we'd be awesome putting a 1 terabyte hard drive. The drives in. These is no tools required to put the drives in. That we're gonna have 2 solid states and maybe one hard drive in this one. We put a 6 gig. Okay, here's the GPU. You have to unscrew a couple screw mounts, and it goes into the slot right here. Normally, my hand's in the way. It has a little latch on the corner right here. It just slides in. It takes up 2 slots most of the time. 2 things in the back of your case. GPU in, pretty much a older one, but it's new enough. It's only like a year and a half old, but it's a 6 gig, so we're not going with the graphics on the board. Refer to part 1, the first video of basic old school hard drives and stuff. We already got a video out, and how to install memory and hard drive and power supply. We have one that shows you how to upgrade your GPU and power supply. That's what it was. It's on one big video. Kind of look into that for reference if you need to know how to plug into the plug this GPU in. And we just all thing we got left is plug our GPU in and our power strip for our lights. Okay. Cable management still. There's a lot of it. She don't like me when I make videos. I recommend this case. I have to see exactly what case it is. I have to ask her. But you got this hard CD-ROM and DVD bays. Most gaming computers don't have DVD-ROM and CD-ROM media. It makes it so much easier to install your contents onto your computer. That's why we choose this case. Okay, it's together. We just put the back cover on. Put the Wi-Fi antennas on right here. They just screw on. Yeah. Right there. And that's pretty much it. A few $100 later. And that's what it looks like. Actually working. That's what it looks like completed. Nice. Right here, this right here is your CD-ROM base. i9, 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD drive, and a 1 terabyte regular drive, hard drive. We'll be installing CD-ROM, DVD up in this bay right here, and that's what we'll be doing next. Other than that, it's installed. Right now we're installing Windows 8.0, then we're gonna upgrade from 8.0 to 10.
Yep.
It's booting up into Windows now.
It takes time.
It's really fast. Look at that 100%.
Boom.
Getting
Yeah.
ready. This thing's just
It's
like
super
rocket
fast.
ship.
Yeah, it's super fast compared to the other ones we had at the time. Faster than the
32 gig
i7.
RAM, and like I say, it's the i9 10 gen, and it's 3 point what gigahertz? 3.7 gigahertz. It's pretty much almost done with Windows 8.0. Windows 8.0 installed, and we're gonna install Windows
Next step would be upgrading to Windows 10.
10.
Thank you for watching. Now you know how to build a system. Next step would be upgrading it to Windows 10. I don't know if we have the video, but we'll be. I can go ahead and add it if I do. I'm going to go ahead and do the opens. Pretty much, I'm gonna leave this like this till we see if we got the other video of that.